well, I managed to get myself into a little bit of an oops. I need to be right here so I can camp for the night. But I'm a little stuck. That's alright. I got it. Now it's time to bust out my new Amazon purchases. First I got the collapsible aluminum shovel, multiple length handle. So that's gonna come to good use right now. And then we got air the tires down. ARB. What is this bad boy? The EZ Deflator. Heck yeah. So we're gonna dig ourselves out, deflate the tires, and then put the traction mats down, and we'll be out of here in no time. It is 6:55. We'll see how long this takes. So I thought this was gonna be a terrible situation, but look at it. It's just powder. Oh, well, the camera decided to fall down, but look, it's all dug out. I said 6:55, it's 7:03. It took me 8 minutes to get dressed, go to the back of the van, get my gloves, get my knee mat, which I never even used, dig myself out. I'm just gonna air down the tires and we'll be out of here in no time. So right here in this little shadow, I was basically backed up against that snow wall against the tree, and I dug out really easily and just backed down into the flat spot. It's the first time I've ever actually used the triple knob, which means full front locker, all-wheel drive lock, and rear lock. And it drives pretty goofy in full lock, actually. The back end likes to slide sideways a lot. So I still got some playing around to learn about full lock mode. But we made it. We're in camp for the night. And we leveled out the van in the middle of this spot, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves now. So last night's fire didn't work. This fire would have been sitting in the back of my truck getting rained on for weeks. But I got it going now. And then, oh, I found all this firewood. It was sitting here in this clearing. They made a nice stack of firewood and put a rubber mat over the top. So I set the rubber mat down and stacked all the firewood on it. We're gonna burn it. Van's just chilling over there, doing what the van does, tripping out. And we're hanging out in like, what? A foot, 18 inches of snow?
About a foot.
I got a tape measure somewhere. How's the strawberry lemonade?
Yummy.
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 How's the weather?
Cold.
Cold? Well, I just set the van, it's 60 inside the van, and I just turned it up to 85.
Oh, excuse you.
So, we should be toasty hot inside the van. But the fire's rip roaring. That's for darn sure. How's the fire feel?
Warm.
Good. Much better. Alright. The breakfast cooking. And look at that. Snow everywhere. Well, the view's starting to come back a little bit.
It looks like it's starting to clear up a little bit.
Yeah, the flakes aren't really coming down anymore. Beautiful area to camp though. God dang, you hear the fucking van rattling? Diesel was a little pissed. Idles, see it jumping a little bit. This was the second time I fired it up and it fucking died, and I'd fire it up again. Definitely need to retune this bad boy, but man, we got triple knob action. We're gonna tear this snow up. Yeah.
Excuse you.
Here's good.
Okay.
Look at all the mountains in the background.
Yeah.
All right. Got like half a shot of a Basil Hayden straight bourbon whiskey left. This is good stuff. This one's for Eric and Rick. My best friend, my brother Eric, my uncle Rick. I know if you guys were here, Rick, I've always wanted to take you out on one of these camping trips. It sucks I never got to. And Eric, you'd be out here with me. So this is for you guys. Let's see. So last night I was trying to explore out here, find a level spot. That's what we settled on. But you can see I ended up getting the van all the way to this point right here. That's after I aired down the tires. But as I was trying to drive up here the first time, when I got stuck last night, that's where I got stuck right there, up against that tree and off the edge. It's a little hard to see in the dark, but four-wheel drive and the van came out no problem. So now we're gonna turn around and get out of here. Oh great. Wipers make no difference because the moisture's on the inside of the window. But see how skinny this path is we gotta go through? We abandoned the kayak. It's sticking out so far up there. So I'm gonna make a few obstacles and come back and get it and reload it. Alright. Don't want to slip down into that bump too much because of the, well, it's gonna, see the tracks I came down last night?
Yeah.
Here and here? That worked out fine. That's what I want to copy again, is to hang this side of the trail because it's less bumpy versus there's a drop right there, there's a drop up the top up there. So we're going to squeeze this bitch through here. I can't believe those things are aired down to 15 pounds. They're not even hardly pooching. That's 15 psi in the tire.
You had like 4 inches of clearance.
I did?
But you lifted the front wheel like a foot off the ground.
Which one?
The front passenger.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I couldn't, I wondered why it didn't feel like it was climbing as hard.
That's when you started sliding sideways with just a hair.
Ah, and to make matters better, I did the entire hill climb with the e-brake on. I forgot to turn the e-brake off. So that shows you how good this thing is at climbing.
Remember, it's deeper than it looks.
Oh yeah, this one is a little deep. Oh, don't. That's the... I don't want to hit the oil pan. So I'm gonna crawl back up right here.
Jeez. Oh, mud.
What mud?
At the door. Edge of the door.
There we go. Oops. Oh, wipers. It's already been working just sitting here idling. We're at 72%. So we got down to 66, 68% last night. So it's been using a little over 30% of the battery just to run the Webasto and the refrigerator for overnight, which is probably about, I don't know, 12, 14 straight hours, wouldn't you say? Of the heater being on pretty good?
Yeah.
Look, I got a tag along branch right here. See it outside just swinging in the window? Oh. Oh, and it just fell off as we hit another tree. Funny. Well, we made it out of the woods. We're back on the actual logging roads in this giant clearing you can see here. Let's see if I can show you where we went up. Was, yeah, right there in between the trees. You come to this clearing, and it just goes right up there, just whoop, and that's what led us to Mount Rainier. Absolutely beautiful spot. We got the kayak back on, so we're gonna get down the gravel service roads and then air up the tires so that I don't have to do it in the snow. But the van has done fucking fantastic this weekend. That was it's not a hard hill climb, but it's a slippery hill climb, and I've definitely had to take a few runs at it in my Toyota. But the van just chug right up the top, even with the e-brake on, because I forgot, which is pretty funny. Man, it was nice to wake up. I don't know if you can see the gentle snow that's just falling, but it was so nice to wake up and see the snow right out the window and be warm. Had it almost 70 degrees inside the van, and it was in the low 30s outside. Loving that heater. I started hearing a squealing when I was coming down the mountain, but I was also mentioning that the performance of the brakes was incredible. And I pulled over, and now the brakes smell terrible. I realized I just drove all the way down the mountain, 4 miles, with the e-brake on again. So obviously these rear brakes aren't worth a damn, and I need to rebuild them. But I gotta quit forgetting the e-brake. That's the reason why I keep forgetting the e-brake, is because these rear brakes have never functioned that well anyways. So definitely time to get those changed. Okay, tires aired up. E-brake off this time, and we're good to go. Oh, the brakes are garbage now. Alright, so that was an awesome weekend. Had a good time in the snow, and the van's still alive. Says we've got half a tank. It's not bad. It is still acquiring the speedometer. Has yet to find GPS signal. Okay. Beautiful scenery out here. A little wet though. Out of here. I'm gonna go to my storage unit and get some more winter clothes, because that was a lot of snow. I need my snowsuit. So, I'll see you people later.